Hey, Peter. God dang it, Bobby.
Alexisonfire is a 5-piece post-hardcore band from St. Catharines, Ontario. The band consists of vocalist George Pettit, rhythm guitarist and vocalist Dallas Green, lead guitarist and backing vocalist Wade McNeil, bassist Chris Steele, and also drummer Jordan Hastings.
The band formed in 2001, and they toured the world for 10 years, and they subsequently broke up 10 years later, only to return 4 years later to the surprise of many fans. Alexisonfire has managed to stay one of the most popular bands within the scene, even 20 years into their career, despite not releasing a full album for the past 10 years.
In 2001, Alexisonfire released their first self-titled full album. It was hailed by many as the band's best album. The self-titled sent the shockwave through the Canadian and heavy music industry. The album received platinum certification in 2009, with over 100,000 copies sold in Canada. This album's sound was described by the band as two Catholic schoolgirls in a knife fight, as evidenced by the album cover that was taken by George. With this album, the band turned the heavy music industry on its head, with 3 music videos coming onto regular rotation on Much Music. Featured songs include 44 Caliber Love Letter, Pulmonary Archery, Water Wings, and Polaroids of Polar Bears.
2004 saw the release of Watch Out, and it's the second release by the band. It showed them going to a cleaner tone, with Dallas' singing coming to the forefront. Watch Out proved that the band was getting better at writing songs and playing their instruments. Featured songs include Accidents, It Was Fear of Myself That Made Me Odd, No Transitory, and Happiness by the Kilowatt.
2006 saw the release of the album Crisis. Crisis showed a blend of the old Alexisonfire and the new, brought together a good mix of heavy and catchy sounds. This album had a huge reliance on meaty hooks and making sure Dallas was front and center. This album also features all 3 vocalists, Dallas, Wade, and George, singing together in perfect harmony. The band roared into 2006 with a renewed sense of purpose, and they made songs with staying power. The production got even better, and Dallas's vocals soared even higher during the choruses. At this point, most would say this band was at their peak. Featured songs include This Could Be Anywhere in the World, Boiled Frogs, We Are the Sound, Crisis, and Rough Hands.
2009's Old Crows Young Cardinals was a big departure from the band's original sound, with George doing less screaming. At this point, the band was starting to lose a lot of fans with a huge change in sound. Thankfully, we at 191 Media appreciate all albums from the band for different reasons. Featured songs include Born and Raised, No Rest, and Midnight Regulations.
2010 saw the release of their EP, Dog's Blood. Dog's Blood went back to the heavy aspects of Alexisonfire. The band managed to make the 4-song EP that is some of their best work since Crisis. Dog's Blood was highly different compared to their early work, with a grungier guitar sound and George bringing back the screams. Featured songs include Dog's Blood, Vex, and Grey.
In 2019, Alexisonfire released Familiar Drugs, which has a familiar tone to Dog's Blood, and the last song they released was called Season of the Flood, which had more of a laid-back tone to it, which has led fans to believe that a new album may be in the works.
If you're new to Alexisonfire and like to check out some of the work, we definitely recommend checking out their album, Crisis.